Today's class will discuss some more problems from half range series. So half range series is for the functions defined in half the period. So either L, period L or period pi. So you will be asked to find half range series of a function defined in 0L or 0 pi. It is for non-periodic functions or aperiodic functions. So more than periodic functions, non-periodic functions are or uh, more than periodic functions. Non-periodic functions have lot of applications. They arise in practical cases. So if you are given a non-periodic function, you can make it periodic by sketching a graph in such a way that it is either symmetric with respect to origin or symmetric with respect to y-axis. So the first question, find the half range sine series of f of x equals x into pi minus x, where x lies in the closed interval 0 pi. So it can be closed interval or open interval. So sine series is identical with Fourier expansion of odd function. So f of x converging to summation bn sine of nx, where bn is 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x sine of nx dx, and bn is 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x is x into pi minus x sine of nx dx, or 2 by pi integral 0 to pi x minus x square sine of nx dx. So by Bernoulli rule of integration, u is pi x minus x square, v is sine of nx. So u v1, that is pi x minus x square into integral sine minus cos of nx by n minus u dash derivative of pi x minus x square pi minus 2x into integral of minus cos minus sine of nx by n square plus u double dash derivative of minus 2x is minus 2 integral of minus sine cos of nx by n cube from 0 to pi. So u is pi x minus x square v1 integral of sine minus cos of nx by n minus u dash derivative of pi x minus x square pi minus 2x integral of minus cos minus sine of nx by n square plus u double dash minus 2 derivative of pi minus 2x is minus 2 integral of minus sine nx by n square is cos of nx by n cube x from 0 to pi. So sine function sin n pi 0, sin 0 is 0. So it is 0 for both the limits, and first term, if x takes pi, pi square minus pi square 0. If x takes 0, then also it is 0. So first term is 0 for both the limits. So first two terms are zeros for both the limits. You only have the last term. So 2 by pi minus 2 by n cube. When x takes the upper limit pi, cos n pi. When x takes a lower limit 0, cos 0. So it is minus 4 by pi. What is cos n pi? Minus 1 whole power n minus 1 by n cube, or 4 by pi taking minus inside, 1 minus of minus 1 whole power n by n cube. So bn is 4 by pi 1 minus minus 1 whole power n by n cube, where n is a positive integer. So if n is even, 1 minus minus 1 whole power n is 0. If n is even, the numerator is 0. When n is odd, the numerator is 2. This term is 2. So bn is 0 when n is even. Bn is 4 by pi into 2 by n cube when n is odd. Now we have got bn. We can write the sine series. F of x is summation bn sine of nx. What is bn? 8 by pi n cube, where n is an odd integer. N equals 1, 3 to infinity sine of nx. 8 by pi, I have taken it out. So 8 by pi summation 1 by n cube sine of nx. So this is the sine series expansion of x into pi minus x. So second degree function or the parabolic function is expressed as series of sine terms. Now from that we have to find summation minus 1 whole power n plus 1 by 2n minus 1 whole cube So you compare these two. So if n cube, 1 cube, 3 cube, 5 cube, so odd that means n is an odd number. Odd number means 2n minus 1 is a standard form. So in place of n cube you have 2n minus 1 the whole cube. So how to get this series from the sine series? You have to get this summation from the sine series. So compare the summation part. What should be x? So you have sine of nx. So if you take x as 0, sine 0 is 0. If you take x as pi, sine n pi is 0. So we should try with x equals pi by 2. So pi by 2 belongs to the interval 0 pi. So f of x is continuous at x equals pi by 2. So I have taken x as pi by 2 in this expansion. So what is it? Pi by 8, pi by 2, pi minus pi by 2. We have taken x as pi by 2, and when you expand this summation, 1 by 1 cube sine x plus 1 by 3 cube sine 3x plus etc. So if x is pi by 2, 1 by 1 cube sine pi by 2 is 1, and here 1 by 3 cube into minus 1. So it is 1 by 1 cube minus 1 by 3 cube plus etc. equals pi by 8 into pi by 2 into pi minus pi by 2, that is pi cube by 32. So here it's directly, say I have written 1 by 2 cube, 1 by 4 cube. You can even skip those terms because n is an odd number. So I have written 1 by 2 cube, 1 by 4 cube. You don't have to mention that. It's, you can directly write 1 by 1 cube sine x plus 1 by 3 cube sine 3x plus etc. So when x is pi by 2, sine pi by 2 is 1, sine 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. So 1 by 1 cube minus 1 by 3 cube plus 1 by 5 cube minus etc. is pi cube by 32. So this is a graph of the sine series. It is symmetric about the origin because it is an odd function. Sine series is identical with Fourier expansion of the odd function. Similarly, if we have to find the cosine series of same function x into pi minus x in the interval 0 pi, cosine series is identical with Fourier expansion of even function, that is a naught by 2 plus summation 1 to infinity a n cos of nx. So what is a naught? 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x dx. F of x is x into pi minus x. So 2 by pi integral 0 to pi pi x minus x square dx. So integrating x, 2 by pi, pi into x square by 2 minus x cube by 3. So it is pi into pi square by 2 minus pi cube by 3. So that is 2 by pi of pi cube by 2 minus pi cube by 3. 6 is the LCM. So 2 by pi of 3 pi cube minus 2 pi cube, that is pi square by 3. So the Euler constant A naught is pi square by 3. Coming to an, 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x cos of nx dx. So f of x is pi x minus x square. So 2 by pi integral 0 to pi x minus x square cos of nx dx. So by Bernoulli rule, u is pi x minus x square, v is cos function. So pi x minus x square into sine of nx by x minus derivative of pi x minus x square pi minus 2x integral of sine of nx by n minus cos of nx by n square plus derivative of pi minus 2x is minus 2. Integral of minus cos of nx is minus sine of nx by n cube x from 0 to pi. So when x takes the upper limit, sine n pi 0. When x takes a lower limit, sine 0 0. So you only have the second term. So 2 by pi, pi by n square, 2 by pi minus of minus plus, so 1 by n square. So if x takes upper limit pi, pi minus 2 pi is minus pi cos n pi. When x takes a lower limit 0, pi minus 0 cos 0. So it is 2 by pi 1 by n square minus pi cos n pi minus pi. So 2 by pi of minus pi by n square 1 plus cos n pi. I repeat, first term and the last term are zeros for both the limits because sin n pi is 0, sin 0 0. Second term minus of minus plus, so it is 2 by pi 1 by n square. When x takes the upper limit pi, it is minus pi cos n pi. When x takes the lower limit 0, minus of pi into cos 0. So 2 by pi minus pi by n square, 1 plus cos n pi, pi gets cancelled. So an is minus 2 by n square, 1 plus minus 1 whole power n. Whenever you have this combination, you should discuss odd and even case. So when n is odd, the bracket term is 0. When n is even, the bracket term is 2. I repeat, when n is odd, 1 plus minus 1 0. When n is even, 1 plus minus 1 whole square is 2. So an is minus 2 by n square into 2 when n is an even integer. So an is minus 4 by n square, n equals 2, 4, 6, etc. So cosine series is f of x converging to a naught by 2 plus summation 1 to infinity a n cos of nx. So what is f of x? X into pi minus x converging to half of pi square by 3 plus an exists only when n is even. So 2, 4, 6 etc. to infinity minus 4 by n square cos of nx. So x into pi minus x converging to pi square by 6 minus 4 times summation 2, 4, 6 to infinity cos of nx by n square. So this is the cosine series expansion of the second degree function or the parabolic function. Now we have to prove these two results. First one, summation 1 by n square equals pi square by 6. So we have the Fourier, we have the cosine series of x into pi minus x. Take it as 1, and what you have to get? Summation 1 by n square. So whenever you have to prove something, take the Fourier expansion as 1. Whatever you have to prove, take it as 2. Compare the series part, the ticked part. So when x belongs to, when x equals 0, the left side is 0. When x equals 0 belongs to the closed interval 0 pi. So f of x is defined at x equals 0 or it is continuous at x equals 0. So when x is 0, left side is 0, right side pi square by 6 minus 4 times summation cos 0 is 1. So 1 by 4n square. So 4 gets cancelled. So 0 equals pi square by 6 minus 4 times summation 1 by 4n square. So 4 gets cancelled. So summation 1 by n square is pi square by 6. Now coming to the second part, summation minus 1 whole power n plus 1 by n square. So again take up the Fourier expansion. X into pi minus x equals pi square by 6 minus 4 times summation cos of nx by n square. Compare the series part. So what we have to decide the value of x. You see here you have minus 1 whole power n plus 1. So x can be pi. We know cos n pi is minus 1 whole power n, or you can take x as pi by 2. So I have taken x as pi by 2. Pi by 2 belongs to the given interval. So it is continuous at x equals pi by 2. So when x is pi by 2 into pi minus pi by 2, pi square by 6 minus 4 times cos of n pi by 2 by n square. So this is pi square by 6 minus 4 times. I have expanded the summation 1 by 2 square cos 2 pi by 2 plus 1 by 4 square cos 4 pi by 2 plus etc. So left side pi by 2 into pi by 2, right side 4 pi square by 6 minus 4 times cos pi minus 1, cos 2 pi 1, cos 3 pi minus 1. So you have this alternately negative and positive. The next step, I have taken minus outside. So pi square, left side is pi square by 4, right side pi square by 6. I have taken minus outside. So minus of minus plus 4, 1 by 2 square minus 1 by 4 square plus etc. That is summation 1 by 2n the whole square minus 1 whole power n plus 1. So pi square by 4 minus pi square by 6 is 4 times, and if you take 4 out, 4 into 1 by 4 summation minus 1 whole power n plus 1 by n square. So this is what we have to prove. Summation minus 1 whole power n plus 1 by n square is pi square by 12. Now coming to the next problem. So here you are given the graph, you are asked to find the sine series. See, in previous problems we were given the function and we were asked to find cosine series or sine series. This problem you are given the graph. So from that you have to find the sine series. So what is a graph? OA AB. So this is a graph, and x-axis you have O2 B. So this is the point 0, 0. A is given to be AH, B is given to be L0. It is given in the question. So the graph is the line OA and AB. So OA is the equation of line joining 2 points 0, 0 and AH. So you know the equation of line joining 2 points, y minus y1 by x minus x1 equals y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So substituting that, you will get y as hx by a. Similarly, equation of line AB is same formula. A is AH, B is L0, x1 y1 AH, x2 y2 L0. So y minus y1, y minus h by x minus a equals 0 minus h by L minus a. So on simplification, you will get y as h into x minus L by a minus L. So y minus h, you have this. Then the next step, I have taken h to the right side. Take LCM. AH gets cancelled. So h times x minus L by a minus L. So f of x is defined to be from 0 to a, this hx by a, and from a to b, it is h into x minus L by a minus L. So from 0 to a, hx by a. From ab, it is h into x minus L by a minus L. So we have got the function. Now you can find the sine series. Write the formula. F of x summation bn sine of n pi by Lx, where bn is 2 by L integral 0 to L. So where bn is 2 by L integral 0 to L f of x sine of n pi by Lx dx. So on simplification, you will get bn on integration, you will get this expression. So this part I have taken it as 1. See, bn 2 by L into minus h by a L by n pi cos of n pi by L a minus 0 plus L square by n square pi square sine of n pi by L a. When you find bn using the integration, you will get this expression. So on simplification, you will get this term for bn. So take it as 1. So the sine series is for f of x converging to summation 1 into sine of n pi by L x. See, this problem, I don't think they will ask. So that's why I have skipped the working for bn. So it's enough if you understand. You can learn this problem at last. Okay, learn this problem at last. They will not ask you in the exam because it is very lengthy. Just for your understanding, I have taken this problem, because in case if you are given the graph, you should know to find the function and the series. That's why I have done this. Mostly it will not come in the exam. Now the next question, find the cosine series of f of x equals sine of m pi by Lx in open interval 0 L. So cosine series is identical with Fourier expansion of ordinary even function. So I have written that here. So what is a naught 2 by L integral 0 to L f of x dx? What is f of x sine of m pi by Lx dx? So what is integral sine minus cos of m pi by Lx by m pi by L, x varying from 0 to L? So 2 by L take the reciprocal, minus of L by m pi cos of, when x takes the upper limit L cos m pi, when x takes a lower limit 0 cos 0. So you will get on simplification minus 2 by m pi cos m pi minus cos 0. If you take minus inside, 2 times 1 minus cos m pi by m pi. I repeat, we are asked to find the cosine series for this function. So cosine series is identical with Fourier expansion of even function. So write the formula a naught an. A naught is 2 by L integral 0 to L sine of m pi by Lx dx. So integral sign is minus cos. Here we have taken the reciprocal. So L gets cancelled. Then I have taken minus inside. So 2 by m pi into 1 minus cos m pi. Now you are not given the condition for m. If you are not given the condition for m, take it for granted that m is a positive integer. I repeat, if you are not given condition for the constant m, you can take it for granted that m is a positive integer. Now what is an 2 by L integral 0 to L f of x cos of n pi by Lx dx. So what is f of x sine of m pi by Lx? Take 2 inside. Whenever you have sine cos combination, you have to make use of the formula. So here 2 sine a cos b is sine of a plus b plus sine of a minus b. So a is m pi by Lx, b is n pi by Lx. So sine of m pi by Lx plus n pi L by Lx plus sine of a minus b, m pi x by L minus n pi x by L. So in both, n pi x by L is common. So sine of m plus n pi x by L plus sine of m minus n pi x by L. So integrate. So minus cos of m plus n pi x by L by m plus n into pi by L. And here minus cos of m minus n pi x by L by m minus n pi by L, x varying from 0 to L. So it is 1 by L. Take the reciprocal, minus L by m plus n into pi. When x takes the upper limit L, cos of m plus n pi. When x takes a lower limit 0, cos 0. Here also minus L by m minus n into pi. When x takes the upper limit L, cos of m minus n pi. When x takes a lower limit 0, cos 0. So what is cos of m plus, what is cos of n pi minus 1 whole power n? So cos of m plus n pi minus 1 whole power m plus 1. And here cos of m minus n pi minus 1 whole power m minus n. So I have taken minus inside, minus 1 into minus 1 whole power m plus n, minus of minus plus 1 by m plus n into pi, and here plus minus 1 into minus 1 whole power m minus n by m minus n into pi plus 1 by m minus n into pi. So now you group second and fourth term, first and third term. So take 1 by pi out, 1 by m plus n plus 1 by m minus n, that is 2m by m square minus n square. If you take LCM, a plus b m plus n into m minus n is m square minus n square. M minus n plus m plus n, the numerator is 2m. And if you group the first term and the third term, take minus 1 out, and m plus n, m minus n, take the smallest power out. So minus 1 whole power m minus n into minus 1. So here it will be minus 1 whole power 2n. If you are taking m minus n from m plus n, the power of minus 1 should be 2n. So if you add the powers, m minus n plus 2n is m plus n. And here it is plus 1 by m minus n. I repeat, in these two terms, minus 1 is taken out, m plus n, m minus n is the smallest. So minus 1 whole power m minus n into minus 1 whole power 2n by m plus n plus 1 by m minus n. Now minus 1 to the power even power is 1. So 1 by m plus n plus 1 by m minus n, is LCM m square minus n square, m minus n plus m plus n 2m. So 1 by pi 2m by m square minus n square, 1 minus of minus 1 whole power m minus n, m not equal to n. So I have told you, whenever you have sine cos combination or cos cos or sine sine combination, you will discuss two cases: m not equal to n, angles are not equal, m not equal to n, and m equals n. So this is the expression when m not equal to n. When m equals n, an is 1 by L. When m equals n, you see here, when m equals n, 1 by L integral 0 to L, m plus n will become 2n. When m equals n, m plus n will become 2n, and this will be 0. m minus n is 0. So you have 1 by L integral 0 to L sine of n plus n pi x by L, that is 1 by L integral 0 to L sine of 2n pi by L x. Integral sign is minus cos of 2n pi by L x by 2n pi by L x from 0 to L. So it is minus 1 by L by 2n pi when x takes the upper limit L, cos of 2n pi, when x takes the lower limit 0, cos 0. So cos of even multiples of pi is 1, cos 0 is 1. So this bracket term is 0. So an is 0 when m equals n. So now you will write the Fourier expansion: a naught by 2 plus summation 1 to infinity an cos of m pi by L x. So an exists only when m not equal to n. So that's what I have written here. So a naught is substituted. So 2 gets cancelled. So 1 minus cos m pi by m pi plus summation m not equal to n, 1 by pi 2m by m square minus n square, 1 minus of minus 1 whole power m minus n, cos of n pi by L x. In the next step, 2m by pi is taken out, summation m not equal to n, 1 minus of minus 1 whole power m minus n by m square minus n square, cos of n pi by L x.